This year's World Cup, which is set to begin in November, will be the most expensive FIFA tournament in history, costing $220 billion, almost 20 times what Russia spent in 2018. Ever since Qatar was awarded the bid to host the World Cup in 2010, the Gulf state has been building monuments that will accommodate an anticipated 1.5 million visitors at the region's first ever World Cup. However, before we begin our video, we would greatly appreciate if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel and also press the bell icon. Let's get started. The huge increase in costs is partly attributed to new World Cup stadiums and infrastructures, according to recent reports. On the contrary, the costs of the 2006 World Cup in Germany appear almost insignificant at $4.3 billion. The previous highest budget was the $15 billion spent by Brazil in 2014, while South Africa coughed out $3.6 billion 4 years prior. So what exactly makes Qatar different? The building of stadiums cost around $6.5 billion to $10 billion, and the remaining bulk of $220 billion was used as part of the broader Qatar 2030 national plan, which centers around developing infrastructure, including the construction of an innovation center with hotels, a sophisticated metro network, and airports. The World Cup is a part of the Qatar National Vision 2030, a broader government strategy promoting the intensive development of urban and national facilities and industry, in addition to education and healthcare systems. Fatma Al-Nuaimi, Communications Executive Director for the tournament, told The Sun, stressing that these three developments were all part of Qatar's wider vision for life after the World Cup. Most of these large-scale infrastructure projects, which will be used by teams and fans in 2022, such as new roads, a subway, an airport, hotels, and other tourist facilities, were planned even before we obtained the right to host the World Cup. The development of the country's infrastructure and transportation systems, the largest of which is the Doha Metro, required a significant amount of investment. The massive underground transportation network, which opened in 2019, cost about $36 billion to build and is anticipated to be essential for supporters who want to travel quickly throughout the city during the tournament. Another crucial component was the multi-award-winning Hamad International Airport. The country has since spent $16 billion developing it since it first opened in 2014. Meanwhile, the new Lusail city construction has consumed a significant portion of Qatar's $220 billion in spending. The Qatar National Vision 2030 project was unveiled a little earlier in 2008. Its goal was to transform the nation into an advanced society capable of sustaining its development and providing a high standard of living for its people. Sports would be one of the main pillars of this future. Cost concerns. However, the World Cup in Qatar has come under international criticism not only for its high cost, but for human rights violations and the mistreatment of migrant workers. One such report was published by The Guardian in February this year, headlined, "Revealed: 6,500 migrant workers have died in Qatar as it gears up for World Cup," in which it linked the shocking death rate to the start of the World Cup journey a decade ago. However, the report failed to clarify the reasons behind the deaths and was quickly dismissed by Qatar as baseless. In response, Qatar's Supreme Committee has noted that a total of 35 workers have died on World Cup projects it has supervised since 2015. However, there is no estimate of how many workers died on other infrastructure projects related to the staging of the tournament. In addition, foreign fans and Qatar residents have also complained about the lack of affordable housing during the World Cup, with some considering leaving the country or staying in neighboring countries like Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Oman, and Kuwait. So that's it for today. If you find this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up and share it with others. Also, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our new uploads. In the end, thanks for watching and see you next time.